Will it cost you? Of course, yes. Will it take time? Definitely yes. Do you know what time is it right now? This is actually the right time for me to turn in my cultural exchange report. And the school year is about to end, and my visa sponsor needs my cultural exchange report. And for my visa sponsor, who is AAG, the renewal process usually starts in the month of February and March. So they can also prepare for my documents if I need to change or look for another school, or if I need to go home in the Philippines, stuff like that. Maybe right now you're sitting there watching my video and you're asking, what? There is an annual renewal process? And my answer to that is yes. Why do we need to have an annual teacher renewal process? Well, because this is a requirement from your visa sponsor if you wish to continue your program. They are your visa sponsor, so they need to have your most recent documents. So what are the needed documents during your renewal process? Will it cost you? Of course, yes. Will it take time? Definitely yes. And please, teachers, take note that renewal is done annually. And also take note that this is on top of your visa extension after your third year. So again, this is done annually. You have to turn in your cultural exchange report. And I'm not going to talk about only the annual report itself, but I will be talking today what are the requirements that you will be needing, and I will have a separate video on how are you going to do your report, because there are two parts of those. So let's go. Number one, you need to have a signed offer letter for the upcoming school year, and this includes your salary, your position, and to what school are you going to teach. Number two is your signed participant terms and conditions. So in my visa sponsor, we have our website wherein we can just print our terms and conditions. You just need to sign it and then turn it into that. Number three is your annual cross-cultural activity report. And just like I have said, I'm going to make a different video for this. And number three will be your signed insurance acknowledgement form. Number five, your proof of continuous insurance coverage for yourself and also for your dependent if they are here. And number six is your confirmation of your current address in the US. And number seven is your payment renewal fee. And of course, please take note that the renewal fee may vary every sponsors. So maybe you will be asking, what is a signed offer letter? So a signed offer letter is actually a letter usually before your spring break. Teachers are done already with their second class observation. This means that you should know already if the school will renew you for the next school year or not. If you will be renewed, then you can ask from your HR this type of document. And if your school has a lot of J1 visa teachers, they know already what is this document that they are talking about. For some reason, if you do not have your signed offer letter yet, you can just turn in your contract as long as it has your name, it has your position, and it has the name of your school and also your salary. Number two is your signed participant terms and conditions. And this is coming from your visa sponsor. Like I said, this is a document that tells your duties and responsibilities, and you have to sign it every year. This is somehow the legalities that you need to follow while you are under the supervision of your visa sponsor. Number three is your annual cross-cultural activity. And I have a separate detailed video on how to do this, because you are going to make a document describing how you have fulfilled the cultural exchange components of the program during your teaching years here in the US. And I do not actually like this because there are two parts on how are you going to do this. Number one is an activity for the teacher's classroom, larger host school or host school district population, or the community at large, designed to give an overview of the history, the traditions, the heritage, the culture, the economy, or the educational system, or other attributes of of our home country. And the second part is an activity that involves you as student dialogue with schools or student in another country, preferably in the exchange teacher's home school through virtual exchange. And I remember on my first year, what I did is I asked a letter from one of my students here, and then I sent it to one of my students in the Philippines, and I exchanged their letters, and if they want, they can still continue on sending letters, like, like a pen pal. So that's the second part, and you are going to do that for the rest of the years that you are here in the US. And number 5 is your signed insurance acknowledgement form. This is a document that you need to sign and fill out your insurance member ID, your group member, how much is your deductible, and other stuff. But please be cautious about the insurance, because with my visa sponsor, they need to make sure that your visa, or that your insurance rather, will have at least $500 deductible only. So if you cannot meet that requirement, then they maybe will call your attention. So make sure that your insurance, you have to pay only $500 deductible if you will be admitted to the hospital. And number 5 is the proof of continuous insurance coverage for yourself and to your dependents if applicable. If you have your dependent, then you have to fill out the same information in compliance to the insurance policy when you're staying here in the US. And also for number 6 is the confirmation of your current address in the US. Your visa sponsor needs to know where you are staying, so you can type it in Google Docs or in a Word document and send it to them. Just write your complete address, and there you go, you're done already. And the last but not least is your renewal fee. That's number 7. And how much is it? It's $1,000 for my visa sponsor. You can pay it through credit card or mail a check to them. So remember those 7 things that you need to comply during your renewal process. So guys, teachers, time is running. For my fellow teachers, let's fill out and complete those forms so that you will be hassle-free of your renewal and you can enjoy with your summer vacation. And if you think this video is helpful, please don't forget to like and share this video to your friends and to your fellow teachers. Thank you guys. Bye everyone.